the titles, Casey Jones.
So Casey Jones is better than Popovich.
Oh, I didn't say Popovich on my list? Oh, no, Popovich.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
I had a brain fart. I'm sorry. So those are my 5.
So my 5, I have a hard time putting Don Nelson third. I know he's won a ton of games. I realize that. But he's also...
See, now comes the whole championship debate.
Well, no, it's not so much the championship debate, but he's also coached 31 years. You know, Lenny Wilkins coached 32 years. They have... They're the top 2 coaches as far as win total, but their career winning percentage was 557 for Nelson and 536.
Yeah. And honestly, when I was doing my list of coaches, I didn't go by wins. I went by winning percentage.
So the name that immediately jumped to mind that should be on that list was Larry Brown. But he's only got a 548 winning percentage.
Yeah.
For all of his wins. So,
yeah. I mean, if you look at it, Phil Jackson's got a 70% winning percentage. So
yeah, no. Phil Jackson's number 1, and then I would go Riley number 2, and then I would actually go Popovich 3.
Yeah, I could see that.
I would really go Popovich 3, and then Sloan, and then I would throw Nelson on because the man did win 1,300 games.
Yeah. See, and it just makes you wonder with some of these coaches because, like I said before, there are 2 coaches that are high on my list, but they only coached for a few seasons. Larry Bird, the great Celtic, he only coached 3 seasons, but he has 69% winning percentage. He led the Pacers to 3 conference championship games, and he took them to the finals in one of the years. But he only coached 3 years, so you can't really say anything about that. And Casey Jones, who only coached about 7 or 8 years, but he had a 67% winning percentage. So it's like, how do you, like you said, you have guys that coach for 31 years, and they have a ton of wins, but they also will get all those losses, which kind of throw their percentage off a whack. So it's tough.
Now, basketballreference.com, that's www.basketball-reference.com. No, they're not a sponsor, but damn it, they should be. You look at wins over 500. So that means if their winning percentage is 500, how many wins do they have above that? Okay? So this might be a better way to kind of put the whole length of time in perspective. Okay? According to this, number 1 all-time is Phil Jackson, 335.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Riley's next with 258.
Mm-hmm.
Then's Popovich with 241.
Mm-hmm.
Then Red Auerbach still holds up, 229.5. Mm-hmm. Then Jerry Sloan. And then George Karl, whose lack of his lack of postseason success will ultimately darken his resume, his legacy. But the man is 1,131 wins against 756 losses, a .599 career winning percentage over 25 years.
Wow. He's the Marty Schottenheimer of the NBA.
Yeah, well, because he's 432 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's his playoff winning percentage.
That's crazy.
He did win the Western Conference that year that the Sonics played the Bulls.
That's crazy. I have to point this out to our listeners. I mentioned this to you before the show. Something that just blew my mind when we were doing this whole. I'm glad you brought up this whole coaching thing, because when I was doing my research, okay, Don Nelson has a 56% winning percentage, no titles, and he's won the Coach of the Year award 3 times. Phil Jackson has a 70% winning percentage, 11 titles, and he got Coach of the Year once. That to me is a little, like, I can understand people saying, "Oh, well, Phil Jackson had Jordan and he had
that's what it
Kobe,"
is.
but he's still you got to be a very good coach to be able to get guys like that to play together.
I'm telling you, perception is everything, and Phil Jackson will never get the credit for being a good coach because he had probably 3 out of the best 5 players to play since 1990.
Yeah.
If you want to count Pippen, but I don't know how good Pippen really would have been on his own. He was a hell of a defender, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And he played the wingman to a T. I'm not calling him a slouch by any means, but
Who? I'm trying to think here. Who was the coach of the Lakers during their awful move to get Karl Malone?
that was Rudy Tomjanovich.
It was Rudy Tomjanovich? He was the coach then?
It was Rudy Tomjanovich, and then he stepped aside.
Because it was the 2003-2004 season. Because where I'm getting with this is, because there you have a team that was loaded with Hall of Famers. I mean, it was just like,
Oh, no, that was Phil Jackson.
oh, he did coach that.
That was his last team.
Oh.
That was his last team because after that season, he wrote the book.
Oh, he did write the book.
And he stepped away after that.
Huh.
Yeah, 2003, 2004. Then 2004, 2005 was Rudy Tomjanovich, who had a
So he took over after that.
He had a 24-19 record, and then decided it was too much for him. And Frank Hamblin guided them to a 10-29 run. Finished. Oh my God.
So, I mean, they still ended with a 56-26 record and won the Pacific Division. I guess I should stop saying that it was a complete disaster because that's a hell of a good record.
And then 2005, 2006. Oh, Phil's back. Oh my God.
And they did make it to the finals that year.
No, they finished third in the Pacific. 2006, 2007, they finished 42-40, second in the Pacific.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The Lakers.
No, I'm talking about the season with Gary Payton and all that.
Oh, yeah, no, they did, yeah.
They lost in the finals to Detroit, but
yes.
I don't know why in my head I keep thinking that they're an awful team when they made it to the NBA Finals.
Because with that team, you didn't expect them to lose in the finals to anybody.
That's true. But I guess that actually backs up what I said about Phil Jackson. I mean, how you can get some major players like Karl Malone and Gary Payton to join your team.
Karl Malone only played 42 games that year.
Yeah.
Gary Payton played all 82. You had Gary Payton, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant. Devin George started 48 games that year.
Luke goddamn Walton.
And Slava Medvedenko started 38.
I forgot about Slava.
Yep. Slava Medvedenko. And your favorite player, Rick Fox, started 34. Are you there?
No, but see that is Rick isn't even the least favorite player on that team.
Oh.
Because there is a schmuck by the name of Luke Walton on the team. Who I hate probably more than most players that have ever stepped foot on an NBA court.
That was also Horace Grant's last year.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing. But anyway, we got off topic again.
Yeah, a little bit. You got me talking about Lakers, and I can talk Lakers all day, so you shouldn't have.
I know.
The hell are you thinking?
But going back to our coaching thing, to me, I still think one of the best coaching jobs in NBA history by a former player, you would have to give credit to Bill Russell. Because not only was he a coach, but he was a player coach.
Mm-hmm.
And he won 2 titles and had a 54% winning percentage. So, I mean, and that was playing against that great Lakers team in the 60s that had Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain. You know, I mean, I don't think he gets enough credit for his coaching because he was one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But I mean, he was a pretty damn good coach too while he was playing. So I don't know. It was an interesting homework assignment you gave us.
Yay! I'm glad I could help.
Yes, you did. You helped me pass some time today. That's for sure.
Great, outstanding.
Yeah.
Let's take another quick break. When we come back, it's our favorite half hour that turns into an hour every week. It's NFL with the Fantasy Greek.
Yeah, Fantasy Greek.
You're listening to 87 Live on 87 Sports Fans Radio. We'll be right back.
Try.